be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What is the deal, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Saturday. I hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you to the channel. Pull up a seat. I hope you enjoy the content. And before we get into this food, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all, so let's go ahead and get into this food. So today, I decided to keep things kind of simple and do a taco salad. And I'm going to let y'all know exactly what's in it. Let me show it to you first. All right, y'all, so at the very bottom, I have some chopped up spinach. I have some cauliflower rice. I put the taco seasoning inside of the cauliflower rice, so that's my meat. I have some black beans, tomatoes, Gouda cheese, cilantro, avocado, and some sour cream. So that's everything that's in here. And today I'm going with some siete, traditional hot sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and pour that all over this thing. If this is your first time at the channel, I am not much of a meat eater these days, so that is why I roll with the cauliflower rice. Let me give y'all the first bite. Let me put a little sour cream on there too. All right. Ooh, I think that has a little bit of everything in it. I think. All right. Between the beans and the cauliflower rice, you really don't miss the meat. You really don't. And it's a lot of flavor. So my beans are seasoned. I put sriracha and honey in my beans, my black beans. They're out of the can, but I doctor them up. And then the cauliflower rice, like I said, just season it up however you season your taco meat. It was so fast putting this together. It took maybe about 20-25 minutes to put this together. Cut everything up. So happy Saturday, y'all. How y'all doing? Hope you had a good Friday night. Hope you guys are ready for a good weekend. I'm going to an event tonight. Definitely vlogging. Hope to drop the vlog tomorrow. So y'all follow me at Rhonda's Red Vlogs. If you guys enjoy the intro, y'all be beaming and booming down the block every time it comes on. Miss Bliss has a performance tonight, so at this event. So I'm excited about getting that performance so y'all can see her energy and see how great she is on stage. So Rhonda's Red Vlogs, you guys check that out. My goal is to drop a vlog tomorrow. If anyone is interested in the coldest water bottle, please tap the link in the description below. Go ahead and check out the website. And when you're checking out, enter sauce for free shipping, y'all. All right? I love that I'm not going to be super full after I eat this. You put whatever you want on it. Lettuce, corn, whatever. I love me a good taco salad. Storytime returns today, part 2. I was checking out the comments. I see y'all enjoyed part 1. Y'all know I was out here cutting up. And in part 2, I'm still cutting up, doing too much. Trust me. Again, if you're new here, please check out my website, rhondasredsauce.com. You can click the link below in the description. And just check out some things I have going on outside of YouTube. I have a write-up on there. I have a writing series, which you guys know is coming out next Sunday, not this Sunday. If anybody missed it, Stacks is coming out next Sunday. Chapters 3 and 4. I have a podcast as well. Would love it if you check that out. If you are a podcast kind of person, check it out. You know, I have about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 episodes now of the podcast, so check it out. It's gonna be a long day. I definitely got me some sleep last night. It's gonna be a long night of partying. So I had to get myself together. We didn't hang out that long last night on live. Like 3 hours. It's not that bad. We've done 5 or 6 hours easily, so we wrap things up pretty quickly compared to how we usually get down. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get into story time. All right, so we ended with my parents walking up on me about my mileage on my car. How did I put 1,000 miles on my car? And I talked to my parents about this. I don't remember what I said, but I said something and got myself out of it, y'all, because clearly I'm alive and well. So I don't know how I got out of it, but I did. And all that driving and hanging out that I was doing, just doing way too much, y'all. So like I mentioned in part 1, I was working at this time. So my parents, we had an agreement that I would pay my car note. And I had got this job at this random place. I don't even know how I got this job. The job was not that far from my school, right? So I would go to work, go to school, you know, interchange or whatever, depending on what my schedule was. And I couldn't stand this job. What kind of job was it? It was the kind of job where you basically would call a provider office to make sure their contact information was the same. And the people who would answer the phone in the provider office were so rude. I just hated it. I hated the job. I hated the people I worked with. Like, I just couldn't do it. I'm gonna say I worked maybe 3 weeks. Maybe 3 weeks. I made enough to pay my car note. I will say that. So probably like 2 or 3 weeks, right? And I quit the job. I didn't say nothing to my parents. I just quit. I couldn't do it no more. I went to lunch one day, y'all, and didn't come back. I could not do it. No, I just went under my parents. So I would get up every day like I was going to work, y'all. Because I was scared to tell my parents I quit my job. So I would get up, get dressed, leave at like 6 in the morning, drive around the corner to the grocery store, park in the parking lot, take a nap. I would politely pull my seat back, take me a nap, and be knocked out until about 7:30, 8 o'clock, because I knew my mom left around 8 o'clock. So I would call my mom like around, let's say like 8:15. Hey, Mom, what's going on? And it wasn't weird that I would call her, because we talked. Even though we lived together, I would still talk to my mom on the phone. Like, you know, during school breaks or, you know, lunch breaks and stuff like that. So I called like, hey, Mom, good morning. How you doing? You know, she's like, hey, you know, I was just checking in to make sure she was gone from the house, right? I knew my dad was already at work. I would call and check in. Oh, yeah, you know, I'm asking her where she was on the freeway so I can know how far away she was from the house. She'll let me know. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm about to go ahead and get back to work, Mama. Okay, you know, have a good day. I love you, you know, whatever. As soon as we get off that phone and I get my confirmation, I would take my butt right back to the house, get up out them work clothes, and climb in that bed. So I was maintaining school at this time for the most part. I was maintaining school, but I just was not fooling with work. I couldn't do it. So, y'all, like I said, I only worked there a couple of weeks. So that means I barely completed training, barely made it through a pay cycle, made enough to pay my car note for that month. So I was like, cool, I'm straight. But I'm thinking like, well, how is somebody gonna pay my car note after this? What am I gonna do? So I'm gonna say I pulled this stunt with getting up in the morning and pretending like I had a job for about 2 weeks. And I got tired of it. I got tired of getting up that early in the morning if I didn't have to be up. Because I think at this point I might have been in school like maybe on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm getting up early Monday through Friday. Even though on Tuesdays and Thursdays I was actually going to school, but Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was getting up extra early for no reason because I was pretending like I had a job. And I got tired of doing it, so I eventually told my mama what happened. She was like, Rhonda, what? What are you doing? Like, why would you be up? You going to sleep in the parking lot at the grocery store? Really, Rhonda? My mama was so disappointed in me, like, why you just didn't tell me you left the job? And so are you looking for another job? I'm like, well, I mean, I get, not really, but I should be, you know, so whatever. So she finally knows. She's not tripping. She's like, whatever, Rhonda. Like, as long as you in school was really what she cared about. But she was like, you know, you agreed that you're going to pay your car note, but whatever. So I'm just back to school Tuesday and Thursday, you know, doing my thing. And I was a commuter. I commuted to school. So I'm going to say my school was like a couple of counties away. So I'm going to say that my commute was maybe like an hour to school every day, hour there, hour back. So I didn't stay on campus. My parents was not would be staying on in the dorms on campus. So I just drove whenever I went to school. No big deal. Cool. All right, so fast forward, y'all. I find another job. And I'm excited about this job because it's something different, I guess, than I've done before. I was an operator for Verizon and a couple other cell phone carriers at the time. So when you would call 411, people used to call 411 on their cell phone back in the day. You know, you would get to our company. So I went through my training, you know, learning about different places and locations. I'm learning about different restaurants, different regions of like the U.S. and all kind of stuff, right? Because we service the entire U.S. So I'm working like a graveyard shift, like 6:30 at night to 3 in the morning. I'm like, okay, so, you know, I guess I would get school over with during the day, come home, take a nap, go to work at night. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I can do this, yeah. Had a bunch of cool coworkers. I was like, this could work. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is cool. Money was cool. Hours were cool. And when I would get off work at 3 in the morning, I would go home, take a shower, and drive to school because I did not want to deal with the traffic if I didn't have to. So I would be to school by like, I'm going to say like 5, 6 in the morning. But my class wasn't until 8. So, y'all, I used to have it so bad just going to sleep in the car. I don't know why. But I did. As dangerous as that sounds, I would do it. So I would get to school at like 6 in the morning, go to sleep till 8, till like 7:55, get up, go to school, be done with my classes, come home, take a nap, get up to go to work, right? So that was my schedule. So now I'm at this job for a couple of months. I got into a routine. My coworkers are cool. You know, I got my little buddies at work. I know who I'm going to lunch with. I know just everything, right? So work starts to slow down. So they started giving us what was called VTO, so voluntary time off. And I had a girlfriend at this time that lived in LA. So they would come in and be like, who wants to take time off? I'll be the first one to raise my hand. Like, me, I want to go. I would not go home. I would start work at 6:30 p.m., be off work by like 8:30 p.m. And they use the rest of my vacation time to pay me or whatever. And I would take off and go to LA. I would go spend time with my girlfriend, hang out, and be home, you know, come home in enough time to make it look like I was at work all, you know, that whole time. So I had me a little routine going because they was giving us VTO left and right. So whenever I had enough time to cover me, or you could take it unpaid, I would go. And I remember one night my parents was like, hey, Rhonda, you know, we drove up to your job to take you to dinner or, you know, lunch or whatever. And we didn't see your car in the parking lot. And we're like, everything okay? You still work there, right? And of course, since I pulled that stunt with the previous job, do you still work there? I'm like, yeah, I still work there. I was like, they gave us VTO. And then, you know, a bunch of me and my coworkers went to another coworker's house who was playing video games all night. And she was like, oh, okay, because I love the arcade. I love the arcade. Like, I love video games. So she was like, oh, okay. All right, cool. So that was my story. Bam. So I got out of that. So I'm just like enjoying this time off from work. Like, I fake have a job. I'm like making enough, even if I'm like on BTO, you know what I'm saying, and not at work, I'm making enough to pay my car note. So I'm cool. I'm getting by, y'all. Like, I got me a whole little system. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just hanging out doing my thing, right? So it gets to the point now where I'm just like not interested in my job. I'm not interested. Spending way more time with my girlfriend at the time. I'm not going to school. I'm slacking at school, I should say, because I'm going, but I'm not going to all of my classes. And it got to a point, y'all, where the teacher was ready to give me an F. He basically was about to give me an F, and I have never gotten an F in my life, right? He came and talked to me and was like, Rhonda, I'm going to have to give you I'm going to have to fail you if you don't turn things around. And I didn't feel like I had enough time to turn things around, y'all. So I sweet talked him into something. We had a whole conversation. I'm sure I cried. And he ended up giving me an incomplete. instead of an F. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna give you an incomplete because of everything you have going on, and you got to take the class again next semester. So that just means I didn't complete the required work instead of me just flat out failing, right? So that didn't affect my GPA as hard as a fail would have, right? Bam. So I got out of that. So I'm just doing a whole lot, missing work, missing school, just hanging out, okay? Just laid up, just laying around, just doing whatever, going to people's houses. You know, we hanging out, we cooking. You name it, we was doing it. Partying, all kind of stuff, right? I'm being totally irresponsible at this point. I'm so caught up in me just feeling like me, you know what I'm saying? So, or who I thought I was at the time. So finally, I'm like, all right, let me figure this work thing out. I go to work one day, y'all. Like I said, so what happens is that the job that I was working at, it's almost like the day shift would be getting off and we would be getting on. So it's people passing each other. You know what I'm saying? So they're getting off and we're coming on to work, right? We're coming into work. So what I would do is I would get my card, swipe into work. And what I decided to do was I fell in line right with the people who was leaving out that was there all day. I would swipe and just walk out with the people amongst the group of people who were walking out that were done for the day. I did that, right? I did it one day, did it 2 days, did it for a whole week. Did nobody say nothing? So I done swiped in an entire week and nobody has said anything to me. So this means I would swipe in, somehow get back to work in time at 3 in the morning. Because by the time 3 o'clock rolled around, it was a skeleton crew up in there. It was barely anybody there. It was like one supervisor. Like you could really kind of get in and nobody noticed anything, right? And my desk was in the back, right? So I would get there at 3 in the morning to swipe out. So I would swipe in, leave out with everybody who was leaving for the day, go do my thing with wherever, go to LA, hang out, come back, into my shift, swipe out, go home. That's what I would do. I did that for 2 weeks, y'all. Then finally, I'm like, this is too much. So I'm trying to rush to LA, rush back in time to get, clock out for work. I quit one. I quit. 2 weeks, I was done doing it. It was just too much. I quit and was like, y'all, I can't do this no more. I quit the job, whatever. I didn't put a notice or nothing. I'm done. I ended my employment. I called and talked to like some team lead that transferred me to a supervisor, right? That next morning, my supervisor called me. You know, Rhonda, I don't know what's going on. We noticed no activity on your computer. You haven't logged into your desktop, and something is just not adding up. I mean, I don't know that I've seen you in the last couple of days. I mean, but I do see that you have swipes in the system, but something is just not making sense, Rhonda. It's not adding up, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to let you go. I was like, I already quit yesterday, and she was like, okay, all right. It was just, she was. You could tell she was just like, what the hell is going on, basically. And I went and picked up my last check and went on about my business, y'all, and it was like, all right, well, let me figure something else out. I was just doing way too much, y'all, just all over the place. Just young and making bad decisions. I really was. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm totally not that person now, but back then, what? I was telling so many stories left and right, and when people will believe them, it's just like, yo, you believe that? Okay. You know, it would just be kind of hard to just like, I decided to believe that I could like basically lie my way out of anything pretty much, you know, because people would believe it. So I don't know, y'all. So maybe I have been a good storyteller my whole life. I don't know. But that is the end of part 2. Part 3 returns tomorrow. Again, you guys, this story is leading up to how I ended up moving out of my parents' house. All right. So I appreciate y'all. You guys make sure you have a great Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow, and all I want from you is to be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.